What's going on, everybody? Product Probes Christian back at you with another knife review. Got a neat one today, guys. This is the Tac-force 862 RB. Let's get into it. Want to start off by giving you guys a little close-up on this thing. Actually, a really cool looking knife. Got that cadmium coat on there. Let me get that light right there. Really nice. As you guys can see, this thing is a very vibrant looking knife. Look on the back right here. Alright guys, let's kind of get into some of the details on here. We got a drop point blade. So what I mean by that is you see there's a gradual drop on the blade right here. And it kind of comes up right there slowly. So that's when you get your drop point from. It is a straight blade, meaning there is no serration. It's just a straight, clean blade all the way through right there. Looks to be, the whole knife seems to be stainless steel right there. The whole thing, the handle, the blade. Got your single thumb stud right here, as you guys can see. Got your little Tac-force emblem right up there. And this is a frame lock. And what I mean by that, the frame lock, see how this is actually part of the knife right here? There's not like another little lock on the inside. It's actually part of the knife, kind of runs down. And it's just a different style of lock. We don't usually have a bunch of frame locks, but this one's a little bit different. Got your assisted trigger. Not the fastest, but it definitely is pretty nice. Let's see, kind of that one hand. It is a little difficult to get that trigger, and it kind of does that right there. Right, let's try that one more time. Kind of stops. All right, there we go. Kind of a little bit better. You can feel actually the frame lock when you open it. You can feel it close in right there. Let's see what else we got on here. You've got your pocket clip right there. Neat little pocket clip, and I can already tell on this one. See how the pocket clip extends farther back than the knife, so this is going to fit real nice down in the pocket. Not going to be anything sticking out. Other than that, that's about it for the features on it. One thing I really wish it had was more of a grip right here. It's really hard to get a good grip right here, especially with my hands. The pinky's kind of hanging off, so it is a little bit small for a knife like this. But I do wish there was a little more grip because your hands kind of get a little bit sweaty and it just not the best grip right there. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and check out this blade and see what we got going on for the sharpness. Alright guys, I can already tell I'm pretty much shaving with this knife.
It's alright.
Right here. Let me go ahead and show you guys. I don't know if you can see the hairs on this knife. Let it focus in, but right there, I mean, I just shaved with this knife. So this thing, haven't got my hopes up for it. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on with some paper. Alright guys, let's go ahead, test out the point, the sharpness and whatnot. See if we can't get it to catch right up here. Yeah, that's actually not bad at all. Let's try that a couple more times, see what we're looking at. Catches a little bit of a ripping right there, but I think that was my fault. Okay, yeah. So that was kind of a bust right there. One last time, let's check it out. So a little difficult to catch at first, but there was a little bit of ripping on that one. The first time was actually not too bad, but I'm going to go ahead see what we're looking at on the point. Being that it's a drop point, it's not going to have as a sharp point, but for this one it's not too bad. Gets in there, and once you get it in there, there's very minimal ripping right there. It's actually a pretty nice little clean cut right there. Kind of impressed with it. Alright guys, as you can see, this thing is extremely sharp. Definitely you can see why this thing is a bestseller on Amazon. Go ahead, check this knife out. We'll leave that down in the link below. But I mean, this thing just cut through like a hot knife going through butter. I mean, like, it was nothing. Really impressed with that sharpness going on there. Next, we're going to go ahead and see what we got on our measurements. It's a pretty small knife, as you can see. But it is pretty lightweight, which is nice. Let's go ahead, check out those measurements. Alright, we got our scale here. Let's go ahead, turn it on, zero it out, see what we're looking at on the weight on this puppy. We are looking at about 3.5 ounces. And for the size, it's not that bad. What I mean by that, let's grab this ruler. Opened up. This is a, let's see, 6.5 inch knife. So for the size, it's really not that bad. A little over 6 inches. It's about standard, but it's because it's all stainless steel. As I've said before, let's see what this thing's looking at closed. We've got right at about 3.5 inches, and the length of the blade should be right at 3 inches if you subtract those two. A little bit less. about 2 and 3/4. So a little below average on the size of the knife and a little below average on that weight, which is nice. One thing I want to do is see what this thing feels like in the pocket. Alright guys, let's go ahead, slip it into the pocket, see what we're looking at. Slides in relatively easily, and like I was saying, that knife is going to stay nice and secure in there. The belt clip comes all the way up to the top, so there's barely any knife sticking out right there. Not bad on the printing. It's a slim little knife, would be a good everyday carry. Concealed, kind of wearing a low-cut shirt, so the concealed's not going to be the best, but if you were wearing something that was a little bit longer, I'm sure they covered up really nicely. Let's see, it slides out, and the trigger is right there. Really impressed with how this thing fits in the pocket. Alright guys, as you can see, fits really nice in the pocket. Pretty lightweight knife at 3.5 ounces. I guess you could say it's about average for this knife, and I can tell you why it's a little bit, I'm not heavy, but about average for this small of a knife. It's because this whole thing is stainless steel. So it's going to add that extra weight rather than being aluminum or plastic. So that's why that's going on. But, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with this knife overall. Little small, don't get the best grip on it because it's all stainless steel, cadmium coated. So it's going to be a little slippery here and there. Really wish they had maybe something that was going on here on the knife that really helped out with that. But the trigger on it, good there. Lock, good there. Super, super sharp knife. I mean, crazy sharp. No wonder why this thing's a bestseller on Amazon. I mean, this thing just looks really cool too. I'll give you guys one last close-up on this thing. I mean, you guys can see that's just a really cool look there with that cadmium coating. Everything you can really ask for on this knife. Just wish it was a little bit bigger, but really impressed. This is the 862RB by Tac-force. I'll leave that link down in the description. Be sure to check out our Friday night knife giveaways. We're still doing those every single Friday. We are giving away knives to all of our subscribers, so go ahead and check that out. We'll leave that up here somewhere to where you can click on that, check that out, and win a knife this Friday. Well guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you on the next one. Why this thing is extremely sharp. I mean, just cut through that paper like it was a hot butter going through knife. Really impressed with it. What the fuck?